All right, so in this video is going to be a bit controversial. I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but I have to say it. Setters are more valuable than closers. Okay, I'm sorry, someone just had to say it. Now, if you agree or disagree, let me know why in the comments below. I invite everyone's perspective. I'm open to all opinions, and I have 6 reasons on why I say this. So just make sure you stay for all six. But before I go ahead and explain my all 6 reasons on why I think that, I'm going to show you why I'm able to make this claim. So I've managed to take on an offer for making $170,000 a month, as you guys can see here, with a low show up rate. Uh, it's higher than industry standard close rate, but lower close rate. Some split payments are missing. That's why it doesn't say 170. Two, just 4 to 5 months later, making $851,000 a month. So in 30 days, right? With a show rate of 94%. Okay, the close rate went up as well. So you guys can pause the video, look at the stats there. So in a total of 4 to 5 months, I've generated $2.5 million for literally this offer alone, just this offer. Okay, you guys can see the date there. And on next month, so November, we're on pace to hit around $1 million to $1.5 million in a single month. I'm a sales manager for that offer. So let's get back to it. So most people glamorize the one who brings in the money, the closer. But the truth is, setters or SDRs, whatever you want to call it, are the lifeline to any business. Okay. Without a great setter, there's no money to bring in. And a great setter doesn't just book calls, they actually predict cash flow, control show rate, and build a pipeline that the entire business runs on. So my first point, setters predict the show rate, which predicts the money. Okay. The show rate is the single biggest predictor of cash collected in any type of business. So it doesn't matter if you're selling coaching, real estate agency, promoting a concert, operating your restaurant. If people don't show up, you don't even have the opportunity to make money. Okay. So no appointment equals no opportunity, no show, which means you don't make money, right? There's no sales. So a world-class setter understands this at a fundamental level. They have great discoveries, they build systems and follow-up processes to get leads to show up. So there's only one metric that drives 80% of the revenue predictability across every single industry. Can you guess what this is? I want you to pause the video. Yes, you watching this. Pause the video and guess what this one metric is. It's the show rate, right? So think about it like this. If 10 people are supposed to show up and only 3 do, right, that's a 30% show up rate. It doesn't matter how good your fucking closer is. The opportunity never existed in the first place because no one showed up to the call, right? Which takes me to my next point. Second point. Setters create predictability, okay? So closers can't close what isn't there. A solid setter creates consistency of opportunity, feeding the business with predictable, qualified, emotionally bought in leads. And this predictability compounds, which gives the company the ability to know how much money is coming in. Okay, you don't want to be in a guessing game as a business. That's terrible. You're going to go out of business. This makes hiring decisions, and you can confidently scale, right? Without show rate, every week, every lead becomes a guessing game. Okay, my next point. Setters protect the closer's time. A closer should only speak to leads that are qualified, emotionally bought in, and able to buy. Okay, not to mention a lot of you closers that are watching this video are pretty damn lazy. You guys don't want to dial. You guys don't want to, set your own leads. I mean, which is fine, right? I mean, you guys are closers, but the ones that are actually going above and beyond do set their own leads, right? So a solid setter protects your calendar by filtering. Okay, if they add even just one more quality lead that shows per day for each closer, that can bring an extra 20 to 50K a month, depending on the offer size, the size of the offer, how big the business is. So this brings me to my next point. Setters build momentum and morale. Okay, if closers are getting shitty leads that aren't being filtered, they start to have belief issues, and they're wondering if they suck at closing or if it's just that the leads aren't being qualified properly. This can affect the top closers in the space because typically they take self accountability. They think everything is their fault. I am guilty of this as well. When I was closing full time, and there wasn't, I guess, solid lead flow coming in, I was thinking everything was my fault. And this is normal. It's natural for closers to think this way. However, if you don't have a solid setting process or system in place, it's going to really fuck with their head, right? And then this belief in itself will fuck with their mindset, and that causes them not to perform best on the calls. So even if they do get a qualified call or qualified lead, they're not even going to close it because they're just so in their head, right? Because of that belief. Now, also a solid setter they build belief before the closer even joins the picture. Okay, so by the time the closer even hops on the call with the lead, if the setter is good, the prospect already feels emotionally connected, they're bought in, and they're pretty much laid on set ready to buy. They've made a mental decision. All the closer has to do is just finalize it and just collect the payment, to be honest with you. If, again, I want to make this note again, if you're setters, if you are a solid setter, if you're a really good setter, you're setting lay down sets, all the closer has to do is just hop on the call, just finalize it, and collect payment. My next point, true leverage. So a closer's output is capped by how many hours are in a day, okay? A team of solid setters, though, can fill multiple closers' calendars and push pipeline volume without bottlenecking, the fulfillment. Okay, so that means you can get more leads in, more deals across without, capping the fulfillment. Setters are the engine that scales a company. And my last point, number 6, setters versus closers becoming a manager. This is very important. So a lot of closers nowadays they don't start off with setting, they just go straight into closing. While this isn't necessarily bad, if they ever do want to become a manager, they won't succeed simply due to the fact that they lack the foundational setting skills, right? Which every business needs, again, like I just mentioned, because again, you can't close what isn't there. So a solid setter would outperform the closer as a manager, again, only if the setter is really good, because a lot of setters aren't, let's just be real, right? Which is why I started a community a few weeks ago, link in the description. But back to my point, having a solid setting process is more beneficial than having a solid closing process. Obviously, both are great, but just like I mentioned before, for all the other 5 points, so having a solid process, a setting process is way more beneficial just because it increases show up rate. You actually get people excited to hop on the calls, right? And again, it's 80% of the business revenue. Okay. So again, I'm living proof of this. I managed to take an offer from making $170K a month to just $851,000 a month. Yada, yada. You guys have already seen this. Now, if you're a business owner that needs help, and you're trying to scale your business, DM me on Instagram at @TheRealAaronThomas. I'm happy to see how I can help or if I can need help in the first place. Or if you're a setter that wants to level up their skill set and or you have trouble landing a role. By the way, my Instagram is in the description below. And get results like Zorad, who's making $20,000 a month as a setter. He did this last month, by the way. And note, these are testimonials that I'm going to show you. They're all posted on my YouTube channel. Or maybe like Emmy, who's making $10,000 a month as a setter. Well, now he's a closer. Or maybe like Mo, right, who's making more than his teacher's DM setting. He's literally sending messages in class, making more than his teachers, and he's only 17. It's kind of crazy. Maybe if you need help landing your role, right? I mean, this is Keenan, right? He said he landed a DM setting role 1 week after being in the VIP program. Okay, he was on 2 interviews. He landed 1 offer. Great material here and good community people here. Plenty of opportunities. If you're on the fence, I can tell you it's definitely worth it. Another rule. You got Joaquin, right? 1 week inside the VIP, already landed the role. He used the job point site that we give. Okay. Another win. First week on his offer. Joaquin, same guy. He collected $10K first week, 80% show up rate with 22 sets. Another win. You got Diego, right? New offer. He's actually on my offer. He got his first set on this offer 2 days in. Same set, close for 4K. Okay. He's only been on this offer for 3 weeks and he's already at around 70K cash collected. Pretty crazy. He's in comms. Getting 3 to 5% of that, you could do the math. If you want to get management, right? If you're a setter who's tired of dialing, you want to get in management. We help with that as well, right? This is Jonathan. He signed his first client for operating and managing. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So, I mean, if you're a setter and you're looking to get, a role or you're looking to level up your skill set, just click the link in the description to join my free setting community. And then we also have a VIP community as well. So if you want to get guaranteed, not guaranteed role, if you want to get setter roles weekly, go ahead and join the VIP community, plus advanced training that I've used to literally train Mo, Emmy, and Zorad to make $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and so on and so forth. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to myself on my Instagram down in the description below. And if you're a setter, reach out, join the community. I promise you it will change your life. Other than that, I'll see you guys when I see you in the next video. Peace.